Walk at so that on page 42, using special factors to solve equations. A perfect square trinomial can be represented in either the form a squared plus 2ab plus b squared or a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. Perfect square trinomials. A squared plus 2ab plus b squared equals a plus b times a plus b equals a plus b squared. A squared minus 2ab plus b squared equals a minus b times a minus b, which is a minus b squared. All right. Difference of squares can be written as a squared minus b squared and factors as a plus b times a minus b. A squared minus b squared is equal to a plus b times a minus b. A squared minus 1 is equal to a plus 1 times x minus 1. X squared minus 4 is equal to x plus 2 times x minus 2. X squared minus 9 is equal to x plus 3 times x minus 3. X squared minus 16 is equal to x plus 4, x minus 4. X squared minus 25 is equal to x plus 5 times x minus 5. All right, let's take a look at the first example. Factor the perfect square trinomial. Okay, first term, last term. Okay, now to get 16x squared, we know that's 4x and 4x. Okay, now to get 9, we know that's plus 3 and plus 3. And if this is correct, this and this will combine to be 24x. So let's see. 4x times 4x is 16x squared. 4x times 3 is 12x. 3 times 4 is 12x. 3 times 3 is 9. This combines to be 24x. So our factors are 4x plus 3 times 4x plus 3 equals 4x plus 3 squared. All right, let's take a look at example 2. Factor the perfect square trinomial. Okay, first term, last term, and middle term needs to equal negative 98x. Okay, to get 49x squared, that's 7x and 7x. To get positive 49, but combined to be negative, that's negative 7 and negative 7. 7x times negative 7 is negative 49x. Negative 7 times 7 is negative 49x. Those combine to be negative 98x. Negative 7 times negative 7 is 49. So our factors are 7x minus 7 times 7x minus 7, which equals 7x minus 7 squared. All right, go ahead and finish up example 2. All right, example 3. Factor the perfect square trinomial. So first off, we can factor out an x from each term, which leaves 16x squared plus 8x plus 1. Now that means our final answer will have an x in it. Then first term is 16x squared, last term is 1. So that's 4x and 4x. Remember, these two need to combine to be 8x. So in order to get 1, that's plus 1 plus 1. 4x times 1 is 4x. 1 times 4 is 4x. These combine to be 8x. 1 times 1 is 1. So our factors are x times 4x plus 1 times 4x plus 1, which equals x times 4x plus 1 squared. All right, go ahead and finish up example 3. Or example 4. Factor the perfect square trinomial. Now in this case, we can actually factor out a 2x from every term, which leaves 16x squared minus 8x plus 1. So that means our final answer will have 2x in it. First term is 16x squared. Last term is 1. These need to combine to be negative 8x. Well, that's 4x and 4x. In order to get a positive 1, but a negative here, that's minus 1, minus 1. 4x times 1 is negative 4x. Negative 1 times 4 is negative 4x. This combines to be negative 8x. Negative 1 times negative 1 is positive 1. So our factors are 2x times 4x minus 1 times 4x minus 1 equals 2x times 4x minus 1 squared. All right, go and finish up example 4. Example 5. Now, First term's x squared. Last term's negative 361. If there's no middle number, that means that this needs to equal 0. Okay? To get x squared, that's x and x. To get negative 361, that's plus 19 minus 19. X times x is x squared. X times 19 is 19x. Negative 19 times x is negative 19x. These combine to be 0. That multiplies to be negative 361. So that's x plus 19, x minus 19. All right, go and finish up example 5. All right, example 6. So first term is 4p squared. Last term is negative 81q to the 4th. Since there's no middle term, that means that this needs to equal 0. Well, to get 4p squared, that's 2p, 2p. To get negative 81, that's plus 9q minus 9q. 2p times 2p is 4p squared. 2p times 9, that's 18pq. Negative 18pq. Negative 81. Wait, oh, to get to the 4, this needs to be squared. So that's pq squared, pq squared. So our factors are 2p plus 9q squared times 2p minus 9q squared. All right, go ahead and finish up example 6. All right, example 8. Solve the following equation with special factors. So x squared means 2 parentheses. Now, to get 49, that's 7x and 7x. To get plus 4, that's plus 2, plus 2. So you get 7x plus 2 equal to 0. There's 2 of them, so you only have to set it equal to 0 once. Subtract 2 from both sides. You get 7x equals negative 2. Divide both sides by 7. X equals negative 2 divided by 7. All right, go ahead and finish up example 8. All right, example 9. Solve the following equation with special factors. First off, we can factor out an x, which leaves x squared minus 18x plus 81 equals 0. So x, 2 parentheses, equals 0. X and x. Now, in order to get a positive 81, but a negative here, that's plus 9. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Minus 9, minus 9. So you said x equal to 0? There's one of your answers. Set x minus 9 equal to 0. Remember, it occurs twice, so you only have to solve it once. Add 9 to both sides. X equals 9. All right, go ahead and finish up example 9. All right, example 10. Solve the following equation with special factors. Now, it looks like I can factor out a 9x squared, which leaves x squared plus 2x plus 1 equal to 0. So that's 9x squared, 2 parentheses. That's x and x. Now, in order to get a positive 1, that's plus 1, plus 1. So you set 9x squared equal to 0. X plus 1 equal to 0. Divide by 9. X squared equal to 0. Take the square root of both sides. X equals 0. Here, subtract 1 from both sides. X equals negative 1. All right, go and finish up example 10. All right, example 11. Solve the following equation with special factors. Now, we can actually factor out a 4, which leaves x squared minus 2x plus 1 equal to 0. 4, 2 parentheses, equal to 0. X and x. In order to get a positive 1 but a negative 2, that's minus 1, minus 1. You don't need to set 4 equal to 0, so all you have to do is set x minus 1 equal to 0. Add 1 to both sides. X equals 1. All right, go ahead and finish up example 11. All right, example 12. Solve the following equation with special factors. So 2 parentheses, x and x. Now, in order to get negative 16, that's plus 4 minus 4. So set x plus 4 equal to 0, x minus 4 equal to 0. Subtract 4 from both sides, x equals negative 4. Add 4 to both sides, x equals 4. All right, go ahead and finish up example 12. All right, last example. Now, we can actually factor out an 8x from both sides, which leaves x squared minus 1 equal to 0. Set 8x. Oh, wait, sorry. Well, too fast there. 2 parentheses, x plus 1, x minus 1. Set 8x equal to 0. Divide 8 by both sides. X equals 0. Set x plus 1 equal to 0. Subtract 1 from both sides. X equals negative 1. Set x minus 1 equal to 0. Add 1. X equals 1. Go ahead and finish up your notes and examples. Go ahead and start working on your assignment and have a wonderful Wildcat day.